I don't know enough about its damage output anymore to like give suggestions. That's because of the other problems that we went over, the whole survival part. I don't like playing the damn class anymore because it's a death sentence. Like I queue in on Dark Knight, I'm like, okay, do I live like from the start to the first boss? Do I die once or twice?
Are we about to sit down and watch Xenos' video?
Yeah, it's right here. It's fine. What do you mean?
I want to talk about it, but I can't talk about it because you haven't seen it because it's spoilers.
It is what it is. Here we go. Oh, I'm covering him up. Oh shit, not like this. Well, this is awkward. There are two Mayas now. All right, I want to chill over here next to his chat. Hi, Xenos chat. And my chat's just gonna be up there in the corner. Here, why don't we move you guys too? Here, let's put you here. I want to move my chat to hang out over here with Xenos chat too. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna start this.
Okay,
out.
so some ways to make Dark Knight better. Change TBN. Make it 25 seconds. Remove mana.
Oh my god,
Add
25
XCOG.
seconds.
Change living.
Okay. 25 seconds, remove mana, add XCOG. I'm gonna be honest, any one of these would be a huge step forward. But I agree, all of these would be just
I don't agree with the XCOG because they have
I do.
XCOG on. Hold on, because they have XCOG on their big hit, so they would have to change that to
Big
something
hit?
else. And
I thought it was on
yeah,
their
the
cooldown. Their
that's what I mean.
what
Their
was it,
big hit
Shadow Wall?
cooldown. Their Shadow Wall. Yeah.
Yeah, why not have it on TBN as well?
Um, I don't think it's necessary to have it on both. I mean, first off, I don't really like XCOG on that big of a cooldown. I don't think it's as worthwhile.
I mean, this doesn't change their survivability if you don't have the XCOG.
Okay. I'm just saying I don't think XCOG on that is necessary in
Dead.
terms of it. I'd much rather like a regen or just like a flat heal
There should be something.
because it's already a
Add
pretty strong shield.
raw
So like I don't
intuition. The bloodbath effect to it.
maybe. Yeah, I could see that too.
Because that wouldn't be a
I
strong single target, just like Bloodwedding's not a strong single target for the healing function. But it would
but
be great in dungeons.
I also think that Oblation should be tied in with Dark Knight or with TBN.
Yeah, I still don't understand why that's a separate button.
Remove
Oblation is a separate
the
button. It's kind of
dying
stupid.
part.
But go on.
What's XCOG? XCOG
Remove
is
the
the
dying
ability
part.
where you get a buff. And if your HP falls below, it's like 50%,
Yeah,
then you
it's stupid.
automatically get healed for like 1200 potency or some shit. Yeah, so it's basically a buff that goes on you, and when you drop below a certain threshold, it will
Yeah, I
automatically
can't
heal
hear
you.
it
You know
through
what?
your,
Here, I'm gonna
Discord at
remove.
all.
You can't hear it through the Discord?
No.
All right, 1 second. Okay, here you go. It should be audio enabled now. Sorry.
I don't know. Hit it. Start it up.
Move the word change
Yeah,
because
I can
it
hear.
should be obvious. Dark Mind. All damage 15%. Ooh, oblation.
I agree with
Add
that.
a
Please,
regen.
please make
Add
Dark Mind better.
Another
Please do that.
You know what?
GCD
Hold on.
combo ability.
Stop it.
Add a region
So
on Oblation would be pretty
Oblation,
cool.
I actually, if it was like that, then I would be perfectly fine with Oblation being a separate cooldown where it is like right now. I think that
As it
would
is now,
actually
I
be
don't like how that
fantastic.
is.
As it
As it
is
is
now, where it's
now,
just a 10% damage reduction, I think it's a useless skill, even for like a an off GCD or as like an off tank ability. I
yeah,
think it's
as it is
useless.
now, reduces damage taken by target party member or self by 10% for 10 seconds. 2 charges, charge time 60 seconds. That's boring.
Add just
Like as it
minor
is now,
region
that
to
should
it.
just be part of Blackest Night. Yeah, if they put the region onto Oblation, that would be amazing.
The
Okay.
worst part about it is that you like with Home Gang, Living Dead is Home Gang, but dumb because you don't get the actual thing until you reach 0. Whereas Home Gang, if you don't get hit, it's fine because the warrior has so much self healing. You can just recover from it.
Hold on a second. I just realized something. Oblation is 82, right?
Yes,
Harda's Corundum is 82, the upgrade for their thing. And
yes,
then Warrior, Blood Wedding's
yes,
82, their upgrade.
yes.
And then
Yeah,
Paladin's Holy
Oblation was our
Sheltron is
upgrade.
also 82. Are they trying
Oblation
to
was our
pass
upgrade.
this shit off as the equivalent of Corundum,
Mm-hmm.
Blood Wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and Holy
Mm-hmm.
Sheltron?
And it's because they value the Blackest Night so strongly.
What the fuck?
But it's fine because you can do the Blackest Night for 3,000 mana, so you tuck your damage potential if it doesn't pop every 15 seconds.
10% versus TBN's 25%. I think it's 10%. No, it's just a cure potency of 400, so that can be increased.
But you also get damage reduction. You also get HP drain.
And they're trying to say the Blackest Night is valuable enough that it competes with that. Fuck no,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah, no. Like, it's strong, don't get me wrong, but no.
It's strong at the level that you get it. It's strong up to level 70. You get to 80, especially 82, where everything else gets an upgrade. Bruh.
When my friend and I were leveling originally in Endwalker, and we were talking about the different tanks, and we got to Dark Knight, we saw Ablation was what we got. We're like, this has got to be a fucking joke. Like, there's no way that they thought that this was okay. Never got updated, so apparently they thought it was fun.
Adding a region to it would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good. It doesn't even have to
Adding
be a big
XCOG
region.
to TBN would be fine. I would prefer for a bloodbath on TBN. And like the duration of the bloodbath would be equal to the duration of the Blood Wedding's bloodbath.
Like Power Slash. What would we do with Abyssal Drain? There's a lot of
Another GCD combo ability like Power Slash. Oh my god, you remember when we had the aggro combos, right? The
Yeah.
Dark Knight aggro combos were pretty cool looking. Wait, do
Yeah,
you still have
it
those
was-
actually? Like they just upgrade into
No.
the stuff? No,
No.
you don't.
It's just Soul Eater all the way through.
It's all gone now. Yeah, so you don't have the cool
Because
fucking ability animations anymore.
because
Give
Power
us
Slash
Power
doesn't
Slash
exist
back.
anymore.
Yeah, Power
And-
Slash looked cool as shit. I'm sitting there looking through this and y'all can't see it because I didn't minimize the video properly. But yeah,
Power Slash was-
there's nothing to actually see because it's not there. But yeah, but I was looking for Power Slash. It's not here because it's gone and it looked cool as shit.
Power Slash was the damage, and it was Soul Eater actually didn't exist. They made Soul Eater
No, it did.
after. No, because it was Power Slash and Delirium.
Soul Eater existed. It was your healing finisher in Heaven's Ward.
Did it have a 1-2-3 and a 1-3 and a 1-4-5?
That was a 1-2-3 and a 1-2-4. Like
Well then,
I think I don't remember. I remember Soul Eater existing though, because you got health off of it.
Delirium was a weapon skill.
Are you certain? Was
Yeah.
Delirium not the extra button that you could press when you parried?
Was it?
Delirium was the parry button, I thought.
No, that was the. I don't remember. It's been so fucking long.
Whatever the case, though, I remember Soul Eater still being it was a number 3 in a combo.
Delirium was the really cool animation though, because it's the one where you slashed and you put the sword down and you put your hand underneath your sword and fired the dark blast.
Yeah, it still does the same thing basically. You know, just there's a blood gauge now, but it still heals you.
No, I was
Yeah.
talking about the animation.
No, I'm talking about Soul Eater. Like it
Yeah.
still does the same thing it did all the way back in Heaven's Ward. It gives you the health and
Okay.
well the blood
Well.
gauge now, but you know the didn't have that at 60. Anyway, I'm gonna do this.
stuff that we could do with it, right? Dude, that's actually a pretty cool idea. Make it like after you use Soul Eater,
Power
dude, you
Slash
get an
looks so
Abyssal
fucking
Drain
cool.
proc. Holy shit, that'd actually be kind of sick. Dude, imagine if like you did a 1-2-3 and then you got like an Abyssal Drain proc, like a Holy Spirit. I mean, that'd be just like Paladin, but Paladin's S tier right now. Yeah, that'd actually be really cool. Dude, what if, yo,
An Abyssal Drain after your 1-2-3, much like how Paladin has their Holy Spirit and Holy Circle proc, right? That's not a bad idea. That would make it a lot easier to survive in dungeons. Because this shit does heal you for a lot on a big pack. It'd have to be after either Soul Eater or Stalwart Soul, though. Not just after Soul Eater. It'd have to be after Stalwart Soul. Or I guess you do after Soul Eater. You could get Carven Spit. But, I mean, they share a cooldown anyway.
He explains, no, this would be removing Abyssal Drain from Carbon Spit. It would be its own thing.
Yeah.
But he explained it later on where he was talking about after Stalwart Soul. After your alien combo, you would get it.
Yeah, okay.
What if Abyssal Drain was just a casted GCD, but if you like comboed it, right? Oh, yeah. Just dude, make it
Yeah,
just
basically
like
Holy Spirit.
Holy
Yep.
Spirit.
Yeah, I agree
I'd
with
actually
that.
be okay with it. Yeah,
Fucking do
I'd
that.
be fine with that.
Dude, that'd be sick, man. So you'd go like AoE into Abyssal Drain and heal yourself. Holy shit, that'd be awesome. The balance will be fuming over this. Why? All these changes are awesome, man. Can you guys honestly tell me?
The balance would be fuming over this? Bruh, we're trying to make Dark Knight work. I would like to queue up as a Dark Knight and not fear for my life if I have a bad healer.
Or even a mediocre healer.
Bruh. I will fear for my life. I would like to not fear for my life playing this class. Because I love Dark Knight.
Like these changes added to Dark Knight? Are you kidding me? You know how brain damage you'd have to be to not want all of these changes? Dude, these changes are amazing. Okay, you know how I know they're amazing? Because I thought of them. Okay, except for the Carven Spin.
Sorry, what?
If you look at the chat, there are people who are like, oh my god, all of this would be just too much, blah, blah, blah. Bro,
I don't care about the
Dark
chat.
Knight is-
They're not the ones that's giving me the
Well, no.
opinions.
But I'm like reading through the chat now because I've already seen the video. I'm reading through the chat now, and they're all fucking insane. These people just they've been beaten so badly over the head that Dark Knight is fine where it is, that they don't understand that Dark Knight is shit. It's the lowest damage tank after the Paladin update. It has the worst cooldowns and it has the worst survivability. Why would you ever take a Dark Knight over any of the other tanks? And it has terrible. It has garbage, like what are they called? Off tank cooldowns. TBN and Oblation just lose out to every other option now. Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
Thick guy. Who was the Abyssal Drain guy? I'm gonna mod this mother. That was a good idea.
I'm gonna
Oh, you
mod
know
this
what? No, that's
motherfucker,
sick
he
too,
said.
Man. Salted Earth. Add a regen if you're in the puddle. Dude, that's sick. Yeah, that's cool too.
I
don't
agree.
know about
That'd be
Soul
cool.
Survivor, man. I don't know. It was kind of meh. Did you guys like Soul Survivor? Why couldn't we add everything? This is a rework. I mean, I think
What
Dark
was Soul
Missionary's
Survivor?
fine. I think whatever the other one is fine too. Heart of Light. They just suck in some terms. Oh,
What?
He explains it.
what's
Okay.
Soul Survivor? Okay, so I'll tell you its original design. It was a debuff you put on the enemy, and if the enemy died when the debuff was on it, you would heal 25% life, I think, and like 25% mana. But then they changed it because people were really bad at the game and they were misusing it all the time and no one was utilizing it. So they changed it to where if you put it on, regardless if you killed the enemy or not, it would give you that. But then over time they realized, hey, this doesn't really matter at all. So they just took it away. Oh yeah, actually, wait. Dark Missionary
put it back.
level 70.
Get
Unmin
something
and
back.
Unleash being a spell doesn't matter really, does it? It doesn't really matter anymore, right? I really think unbuffed blood spell.
Dark Missionary level 70. What is it now? Wait, do we even have Dark
Level
Missionary?
76. It's level 76.
What the fuck is Dark Missionary? There it is. Yeah, put that at level 70 so you can use that into level 70 ultimates. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Filler should give you mana. Oh, huh. See, the thing is like that's like a numbers thing, right? That's like a numbers thing where you could do it or not do it, and if the numbers line up, then it really wouldn't matter. What else is wrong with this miserable pile of shit? Oh, I guess the other combo. Okay, add another GCD combo like Power Slash. Yeah, but what would it do? I mean, there's like a lot of stuff that it could do. It could like just buff your next ability, or it could like buff your next Soul Eater. Let's just say for right now, because we're not going to focus on a single ability, we're gonna try to get as many changes in as we can. Let's say for right now, Power Slash just buffs your next Soul Eater or some shit. That would actually add more to the heal as well. Dude, is this really hard to understand, guys? No, guys, stop making this more complicated than it is. You take TBN, the only thing you do is you put an XCOG on it. That's it. Whatever target you TBN, they also get an XCOG. That's it. If the shield breaks, great. If it doesn't break, doesn't matter. The XCOG still stays on you. It's not complicated. Dark side, make it a trait. Does it even matter? I mean, maybe? Yeah, it. Make it a trait. Now, you're probably asking yourself, right? How is this job more...
Wait, what is Dark Side?
That is after you do Edge of Shadow, you get Dark Side for 30 seconds, stacked up to 60 seconds. It's the 10% damage buff.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
It stacks 30 and you can hit it twice for 60. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a
That-
very
I don't agree
passive
with that.
damage buff.
more difficult? Well,
It's
one, it
basically
has
a
another
trade
combo.
anyway. You just
2, you get this Abyssal Drain
don't know.
proc.
I don't
and
really
that's
care
hard
about Dark
enough.
Side.
Now, for some of you that's like, but that's not hard enough.
I don't
No,
have a
is
problem
hard
with it
enough
as it is
because
now.
can't hit their buttons because people wipe to enrage on M2. That's why. You would 100% want a mana rebalance, more mana so you can Edge of Shadow outside of burst windows more often. Yeah. The thing
I
is,
can understand
man,
its
the job
position
actually used
to
to
it.
be like
It just
that, and people didn't
doesn't
like
bother
it. But
me
instead
personally.
of using Edge of Shadow, you used an ability called Dark Arts. I'm putting this at the top. This is going to the top. Change it.
I don't agree with
Good
the dark side.
Lord.
Dark side, I think, is
Plunge it
fine
at
as it
400
is.
potency. Man, shut
The
you're
running
just saying that
animation?
to trigger me. Shut the up. So basically,
Like, you mean, hold on. You mean like this? Like the sprint? This?
Yeah.
Kinda looks a little goofy. Yeah. Not gonna lie.
Well, even just running here. Look, not even sprinting, just running. This looks stupid as fuck.
Yeah, this is also goofy looking.
And then you switch over to the sprint, and it looks a little bit better, but it's still goofy as fuck. Like no one who's using a greatsword is going to go running around like that. They're going to shoulder it to run, and then if you're actually running, like, well, I would assume like not sprinting, but just like walking, you would have it in another situation where you're not weighing the full weight. This is so stupid. No one's gonna run with the fucking sword dragging on the tip of the ground. It's the stupidest thing. Whoever came up with this, honestly, just needs to go back to anatomy class, go back and study history a little bit more, maybe actually pick up a fucking weapon, go outside, touch some grass, but this is not how you run with a greatsword. It looks
Yeah,
stupid.
it's a little.
And even when you sitting as like just an idle animation, it's dumb as hell. This is the stupidest idle animation for a greatsword ever.
I'm perfectly
Anyway.
fine with the part where you stab it into the ground, but the where you're just sitting there with just kind of holding it in front of you, that shit looks heavy for no
The
reason
idle
whatsoever.
The idle animation should be kind of like Yoon Lee does in
I'd get
Star
so
Rail.
tired holding that. Anyway, we should get back to lay video.
Yeah, it's already 12:30. Gotta go to bed at some time.
you want to rebalance a mana. I tend to agree because right now you basically just completely blow your load in your opener and you have this like massive like 40, 50K opener. And then after that, it's just like all downhill. All right, follow me on this. What if, okay, hold on. What if when you used
What
your
if?
basic combo, so you did 1, 2, 3, and then you
Okay.
got an Abyssal Drain proc. What if the
Okay.
Abyssal Drain proc took mana? Now that's a little bit skill intensive. Do we want to go that route? I don't think we want to go
that's
that route,
fine.
man. I really don't. I think people would not like that. Holy Spirit takes mana. I mean, does it really? Does it really? Like in your
Not
paladin
really.
rotation, if you remove the mana completely, like would it really change? Like it only matters if you're dead. Like paladin has no mana management whatsoever. How is that skill intensive? Well, because what if you Edge of Shadow like too many times and you have an Abyssal Drain proc, but you can't use it because it requires mana, but you already spent that mana on Edge of Shadow. I like what the chatter said. I'm just gonna say that. Dude, this sounds so perverted. Edge a little more outside of burst. Holy there's no way.
Oh my god. That does sound perverted. Ada.
That someone is going to read that and be like, yeah, that's not perverted. Let's see what else. No, that's what they did in 11, right? Abilities cost HP.
Oh,
it
no,
would
that's
work in this
100%
game
perverted.
because Dark Knight's a tank, but in 11, Dark Knight wasn't a tank,
That's
right?
kind
Like,
of
it was a
shit I would
DPS.
say.
I think it would be, well, man, okay, believe it or not, guys, okay, get this shit. They've already tried that. They've already tried a long, long time ago. If I remember correctly, there used to be an ability on Black Mage that would take your HP and turn it into MP. And it ran into issues where
that was a
Black
thing.
Mages were like killing themselves because they would use that ability and then die to like a raid wide. That was in a Realm Reborn, I'm pretty sure. Guys, HP
I was
and
in
PvP
Heavensward,
is completely different. You cannot balance shit in PvP and put it in PvE. It doesn't work that way. Like in PvP, you're not guaranteed to be taking damage, but you cannot give a tank a life sacrifice ability. Not in this game. With PvP, it's like completely different, right? So like in 11, it was completely different because like Dark Knight was like a DPS or some shit. I don't know. I didn't play 11. So this would be cool. So your rotation would be something like this. It would be like Power Slash, and then you'd get a proc. You'd get an Abyssal Drain proc. And then your next combo would be Soul Eater. And after you do Power Slash, two things happen. You get an Abyssal Drain proc that functions exactly like Holy Spirit, and you would also get a buff that your next Soul Eater, it does like increased potency and has increased healing. So that way you would be swapping between combos. You know what I loved about Dark Knight back in Heavensward? Blood Weapon. Believe it or not, Blood Weapon back in the day was sick. And what it did was it actually increased the speed of your GCD. It made you attack like 20% faster or some shit. So like Blood Weapon was so badass, and it was only on a 40-second cooldown. Maybe they could
Yeah,
bring
it was
back
short
Dark
back then.
Arts, but kind of change it a little bit. Like basically you'd go
Didn't
into
it
this
also
like
restore
badass,
mana too?
you
I
know,
don't remember.
like Death Knight Dark Arts form, kind of like Reaper. You know what? Let's just take Enshroud from Reaper and give it to Dark Knight. So when you use Dark Arts, you just Enshroud. That's kind of cool, right? Yeah, just do that. Dark Arts. Steal Enshroud from Reaper. Oh yeah, that'd be
This is
sick
where
because
I'm
your like finale
man.
ability, when you enter Dark Arts, your abyssal drain would change into like, oh man, what's a cool, oh dude,
That sounds
your
cool in
abyssal
practice. I don't
drain
know
could
how good that
change
would
to
be.
infinite darkness.
Or that sounds
You
cool
would
in
like,
theory. I don't know how good it would be in
slash
practice.
the air and the void would come out and cause this explosion. Dude, that'd be badass, man.
It
That'd
would
be
look
sick.
awesome.
I don't know, man. What do you guys
But-
think? That's kind of cool. Yeah, dude, let's ship
mean,
this, man.
they
Let's
could
get
make
the
it work.
bald stamp. These are
You'd
some
have to
ways to
balance
make
it
Dark Knight
properly,
better,
but
dude. Dark Knight would be so
it would
much
look
better if
cool.
it had this shit, man. It'd be so much cooler. It
Well,
would have
the Dark Arts would just
regen, it'd have
basically
self-sustain, it'd have an
in a
additional
release.
combo.
I can't hear you over the video. What?
His Dark Arts thing would just basically be Requiem Scott or in a release. Like it just copied two of the other tanks, and it's just becoming a little bit too samey. I do agree that they need something. Like honestly, Delirium with just the 3, it's kind of
Yeah, Delirium's basically it right now, just in a release, right?
yeah. So I don't know why. Like, what would Dark Arts do? He just says steal Enshroud from Reaper, but Enshroud from Reaper, like it changed it because like you had the 1.5 GCDs or something for the weapon skills, and then you had Communio, and now you have the follow up to Communio. So what would that be for Dark Knight? He doesn't really go into it. He just says Steel and Shroud. Does that mean like we get just 1.5 GCDs and we can just throw out a shit ton of dark splitters? Like what are we doing?
I don't know, but I imagine like they could do some cool animation shit with that.
Have a little more stuff to manage, so it'd actually be a little bit more difficult to play, and at the same time it would have way more self-sustain and just overall be completely better than this miserable pile of shit that it is currently. This is good. All right, bald stamp of approval. Ship this shit. Let's go.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm 100% on this last thing, the Still Enshroud from Reaper idea. That would be visually awesome. I think they'd have to balance it properly, which if they did, that'd be fine. But they have a history of not doing good by Dark Knight, so forgive me if I'm a little skeptical that they would do that.
I don't agree with the Enshroud. Like it could be cool, but I need to know more. Like what's the point of that? What makes this Dark Arts better than just Delirium?
Yeah, I think this one right here would need to be a longer conversation, but like
the mana rebalance I don't really agree with because that puts a bit too much of a strain on the player.
I think this is just like player preference, like which one would they which one would be more fun for him or more fun for someone else. I'm fine with how many edges we get now.
Well, we still get
but
an
I
edge.
also don't play Dark Knight a lot because of the rest of this shit being garbage.
Ideally, if you in an ideal world, you still get a single edge outside of your burst. Assuming you don't use it for a Blackest Night.
Yeah, which if
So
you
I don't-
did, you would pray it pops so that you get the Dark Art proc.
Right. So I don't agree with the mana rebalance either. Dark Side making a trait, I think, is a stupid hot take. It's dumb. There's no point. It removes any complexity from the class whatsoever.
I don't think it really accomplishes much of shit to begin with. I mean,
Well,
whether it's
that's
a trait or whether it's like it is now, it's basically a trait anyway. You just hit Edge of Shadow once every 30 seconds and you're good, which you're probably going to do anyway, right?
Well,
I mean,
it's just like
so I don't have an opinion one way or the other about Darkseid. I mean, it's going to work either way. But like as far as the mana rebalancing and Dark Arts, like my problems with the whole class right now isn't their damaged stuff. It's like I don't have enough experience with their damage stuff now to make an opinion on that, because all of my problems are with their survival stuff because it's asked to play in anything that I would play it in. I just don't play it much. I just play warrior instead because I can survive without having to worry about a healer griefing me. In fact, we did a whole ass video about a month ago, right before it was a little more than that, right before Dawntrail, where Grindark griefed the shit out of me on warrior, did not heal me at all for how many dungeons, how many roulette runs, and I still lived. I had to take care of 100% of my health throughout that entire time, and the only thing that killed me was Doom, because I got hit by an AoE that applied a Doom on me. And that was the only thing that killed me. You can't do that with Dark Knight. You can't come even close to doing that with Dark Knight. And
But making Darkseid a trait is like taking the Surging Tempest from Storm's Eye warrior and putting it as a trait.
yeah, I don't care either way about that.
It's silly. I
Whether
don't
they
think
do
that
or
that-
don't, I don't care. If it's a trait, cool. If it's not a trait, cool. I mean, as long as it works, as long as you get.
I don't think that should even be proposed. Like that, we should.
I don't think it
focus on
matters.
other things. Well,
I
the
don't think it
problem is that
matters.
the more
It's not important.
the thing is that the more things that you propose as a change, the less likely other things are going to be accepted as a change. So that is a unnecessary change that just gets in the way of other things that are more necessary, like the Blackest Night having the mana removed, Oblation getting a regen.
There's another thing about trying to get changes. You like this is a bit manipulating, but you propose some things that you aren't necessarily too worried about, say the dark side bit right there, and you cross that out in the negotiations if there was to be a negotiation. But in this kind of stuff, there probably wouldn't be that. Like he probably would not be sitting there talking to Yoshi P and whoever, trying to figure out like which one of these to actually do till it's moot. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't care if the dark side thing is there or not, but you have a good point that like in this case, in this kind of situation, having too many things might make it hard to get any change, any meaningful change.
And the Salted Earth, it's kind of cool, but again, that's just like dark side. I don't think that it's worth fighting for. So in this kind of instance where he's submitting feedback and being like, this is what we want to change or this is what we want to happen, I don't think that we should have that on there. It should just be stricken and removed. The first four are definitely things that I think need to happen.
I would be
I need
satisfied
more-
with TBN, Living Dead, Dark Mind, Oblation. These four, I would play the job far more than I do now. I barely play it now.
I need
I would
more
love that.
I need more information on what he means by like the power slash. I do like the Abyssal Drain. I think the Abyssal Drain should also be one, if not during the 1-2-3 combo, at least during the AoE combo for sure. Because that would be a massive survivability boost. And you can even knock the HP drain way down.
Abyssal Drain would be awesome.
But having Abyssal Drain and being able to heal yourself on your AoE combo would be amazing.
It'd go
Even
a
if you
long
take
way.
it from an OGCD and put it as an actual GCD, like I'd be perfectly fine with that then.
Yeah, like literally, like Holy Spirit's a GCD as well. Like Holy Spirit and Circle are
Mhm.
both GCDs, and after your 1-2-3, you get a proc for using one of the two.
Yeah, just
That
and
would
you can
be
even just make
perfectly
it
fine.
a
I
flat
think that
heal
would be awesome.
instead of like a heal on hit, which is fine too, if you need to balance it out. But that's still something better.
Yeah,
than
yeah, like a
what's
flat
in
heal,
right
like
now.
based on how many things it hits, like how Bloodwetting is. How Bloodwetting doesn't drain HP from the target. It
Well-
just, for however many things you hit while it's active, you get a cure potency per hit.
Well, but no, I'm saying like the way that
Isn't that
Holy
how
Spirit
Abyssal
and
Drain
Holy
works now?
Ring, the way Abyssal Drain works now is like the Bloodwetting, where you hit a bunch of targets and you get
Yeah.
HP based on how many you hit. I'm saying it could even be like it is with Holy Spirit and
Oh,
Holy
okay,
Ring,
okay, I understand.
where it's
I
just like a
understand.
flat heal. Mainly because it's not a cooldown, it's just something you can do on a third GCD from your AoE. So I think that just doing that light healing, that's still fine.
Yeah, I see 400
Um,
cure potency on the Holy Spirit.
I just there it does need something, because as it is right now, except for the fact that I really do enjoy the class, I can't even say that anymore because I actually don't. I don't enjoy the class. Um,
I don't get
because
to enjoy the
even
class because anytime I use it, I fucking die.
but it's just there's something needs to be done because the overall Dark Knight is just the weakest of all the tanks.
Yeah,
And the
like
people who are saying Dark Knight is fine is on massive copium.
I don't know enough about its damage output anymore to like judge like give suggestions or like really understand very much of it. But that's because of the other problems that we went over, the whole survival part. I don't
Yeah.
like playing the damn class anymore because it's a death sentence. Like I queue in on Dark Knight, I'm like, okay, do I live through the first boss? Like from the start to the first boss? Do I die once or twice? Do I live on the way to the second boss? Do I live on the way to the third boss? Like I'm constantly worried on a Dark Knight, like every time I play the damn thing, if I'm going to die every other pull, or every pull for that matter, because I don't have
Yeah.
jack shit for self-sustain. Like Living Dead is nice when, it's up. You can save your own ass once every 5 minutes.
But at the same time, Warrior has massive tools that I only pop home gang when you just straight out don't feel like healing me. And only then to buy enough time till my bloodwetting when I can heal myself.
That's exactly what I use it for. I use it to get me
Enough
by
said.
until the next bloodwetting, until basically the next big heal burst that you get out of Living Dead, right? But hey, guess what? Check this out. Check this out. So bloodwetting doesn't disappear when you get to full health.
Yeah, that's fair.
Living Dead's healing disappears when you get to full health.
You know, that actually wouldn't be bad either. Just make it so that you're continuously healing for the full 10 seconds. That would actually make Living Dead a lot better.
Yeah, if you just don't lose the heal part. Once like Walking Dead procs, you have that 10 seconds of you can keep healing yourself. That would actually make it an invuln in dungeons too, not just on bosses. Because right now it's basically just a benediction on a 5-minute cooldown when you're talking about trash packs.
I don't know. He addressed a lot of stuff that I think would be really good in terms of like survival, but we really need to address the damages. The damage is just pathetic.
I just don't know
Like,
enough
I mean,
to like make any judgments on the damage because I can't play the job long enough to live to do the damage.
I'm
That's
trying
just
to
the unfortunate
think.
part. It's like the reason I don't play it is because I keep dying, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of dying. Like I can just play Warrior. I can press Wedding, and I can have fun, and I can have all these cool ass freaking animations that Warrior has, right? In Primal Rend, I can just jump up into the air and turn into a missile.
I
Just
so
use
want to
pots.
time you out, Grindark. I so want to time you out.
Motherfucker actually just said just use pots. How am I going to use a pot and then use another pot? Bitch, it's on cooldown now. That's a long ass cooldown for 11k HP at the most.
The thing that aggravates me the absolute most about this expansion,
Goddamn troll.
Warrior got some amazing animations.
Oh yeah,
with
let's just
the
remove the pot
continuation.
cooldown. Hold on. Let's massively increase the cost of raiding and also increase the balancing that needs to be done because these would be no cooldown as well. Yeah, let's just permanently have an extra 400 strength. Bruh.
I mean, you can separate out the cooldowns. But
Yeah, but
the
he's
thing
being
that
a shitlord, so I'm being a shitlord back to him, okay?
the thing that aggravates the shit out of me the most, besides from the fact that Dark Knight's in a terrible spot, Warrior got really cool animations with the Primal Rend continuation and the continuation from Inner Release, plus the change to Inner Chaos.
Yeah, Primal Wrath and Ruination. Those are cool as fuck.
I can't say anything about Gunbreaker. I haven't played Gunbreaker,
Me
so I
either.
don't know about them. Paladin's what is it called? The thing after Royal Authority. Atonement.
I don't
The
know.
Atonement combo. The Atonement combo got some sick ass changes in terms
Oh
of
yeah, we have
animation.
that even at my level for Paladin. What am I?
Yeah.
88? Yeah. You get that as soon as you get Atonement, don't you?
Yes. And then the extra skill from the
Yeah.
Confeder
Yeah, they're all
changed.
76.
All of those are amazing animations. They all look kick ass. They all feel impactful. Dark Knight's changes to the Delirium combo, I didn't even realize that I had different skills. It doesn't look any different.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't leveled Dark Knight up to find out myself, and I
It's
haven't like
just
watched the
disappointing.
Dark Knight play because no one plays fucking Dark Knight because it's so ass to play because you die. The only person I know that plays Dark Knight right now is my raid leader, Neffy. I don't know how he does it. He's a fucking saint.
I mean, on bosses, it's not as bad. On dungeons, it's torture.
Which is
But
why
like,
I don't play it.
I used to play Dark Knight because I was just like, it's just a more fun paladin.
Mari
Now I
plays
play
Dark too.
paladin because it's a more fun Dark Knight.
Right? How the
I hate it.
turntables.
I despise it. I don't want to play paladin. I mean, I do like paladin, but I don't want to like main paladin. I've been waiting for Dark Knight to be decent forever. I love Dark Knight, but it's just I don't know. I missed the heydays of Heaven Ward because I
When
had all
Dark
my
Knight could go Dark Arts, Abyssal Drain, Dark Arts, Abyssal Drain, Dark Arts, Abyssal Drain, and basically they're bloodweighting.
I mean, you could still do that in Starblood, but yes.
I mean, that's where it started, but yeah. That's what I did
played
on
it during
Belser's
Starblood.
Wall. You remember that very last pull before you fought Fuckface at the end of Belser's Wall? That big pull that basically only
Yes.
Dark Knight could do comfortably
Yeah,
because of Dark Arts Abyssal Drain. How
yeah,
the turntables. Now it's Warrior with Bloodwetting doing that shit.
true.
Yeah, Dark Knight turned into less fun Paladin and Dark Knight turned into less survival Warrior. How about that? Paladin took the fun part and Warrior took the survive part. This is bullshit.
Yeah, Dark Knight's just in a rough spot.
It lost all of its good points to other tanks. Bruh. I don't miss Dark Arts itself, but I miss being able to do Dark Arts Abyssal Drain. I think having that Abyssal Drain shit on the GCD, like in the video Zeno was talking about, was be a pretty good idea. I would like that. I would probably have fun with Dark Knight again. And like with Dark Knight now, I can do fine. I can do fair. And the only reason I can do fair at level 90 where my melds work is because I've melded full ass tenacity. Look at all this tenacity in this gear.
Yeah,
Just bask in
That-
this bullshit and just tell me how much you hate this. Look on my
aggravates
relic
me.
weapon with that 300 tenacity. Yo,
Stop with the
who's looking
tenacity.
at this? Who is looking at this and having a heart attack? I know you're out there. I know you're watching. Put a comment in the video below and like and subscribe while you're at it.